Hi guys, it's Carisa. I have a little bit of time hopefully to do my makeup, so I'm going to make a video. Obviously, I'm saying a lot of obvious things to kill time here. I'm just getting over a little bit of a head cold. That's something I'm gonna have to just get used to now, isn't it? Kids just equal colds and germs. Because I'm pretty sure what happened is when I went to Vera's 9-month appointment, I picked something up in the office there. But luckily she didn't seem to be too heavily affected by it. She seemed to want to cuddle and nurse a lot more. She seemed a little bit more moody. That could have been vaccination related. I don't know. Oh, my lips are so dry. I don't know where my chapstick is. But it was the weirdest. It was like a cold sampler. It was the weirdest cold. It started off, it was just like one symptom at a time, which I guess I don't mind. And it was very brief, so. But it was like a sore throat. And then the next day the next day was the worst because I thought I had the flu. It was body aches and chills at the same time as like a leg fever. Like from the waist down, my legs were really hot. And then the day after that, I had congestion, and then the day after that I had runny nose. Now it's just like sinus pressure. It's giving me like toothache on the top, on the side that I sleep on. And I lost my voice for a couple of days there. It was so funny. We took Vera to one of her swim classes, and somebody asked me a question when we got there, and I was like I was trying as hard as I could to talk, and they laughed, but then they kept talking to me. I also think there's a lot of things that you expect when you encounter a person in public that, you know, could happen. Like maybe they could be deaf or not speak English. But I don't think a lot of people expect someone to not have a voice at all to speak with. So, I don't know. I think that's kind of funny. But, so yeah, I didn't really make any videos last week. The last week flew by despite not feeling well. Because I had all these things that I wanted to do. Tentative plans and just whatever, and well, isn't that how it always goes, right? But it was like before I knew it, a week had gone by. But I never really felt, other than the day that I had the chills really bad and the backache and everything, I never actually felt sick. I just had these little components of a head cold, so not too shabby. I guess I can't really complain about that. So how you guys doing? It is November, which means it is Thanksgiving month, which means it's almost Christmas. Because really it is, right? It's basically almost Christmas. You can fight it all you want to. You can get mad about it, but it's true. And listen, I'm one of those people, I used to get upset about it, but who cares? It's just something to look forward to, right? I know me, personally, in February, when I start seeing stuff put out for Easter and spring decor, I get excited because that means eventually the weather's going to get nicer and it's not going to be cold and snowing anymore. So I get excited for that kind of stuff. I don't know. Everybody needs a reason to complain these days. Think of the positive twist on whatever you can, anything you can. I've noticed a trend on, I mean, not that I even like to entertain the jerks out there in the world, but sometimes I'm just feeling sassy and I like to read the comments on things, just to see, like I like to play a little game with myself almost, like, oh, how is somebody gonna spin this around and be a jerk? And I've noticed people always want to say the opposite. So if there's like an article or somebody makes a post about something specific and they're really negative about it, people are like, actually, I loved it. And then, of course, if you praise anything, people will be like, oh, it's terrible, and these are the reasons why. People just, they have to argue. They have to be the opposite. So, some days I'm so glad that I'm not out in the world regularly dealing with the public. I remember recently, Mike was a little scared that I was going to get mouthy. And I'm not really like that, honestly. So it takes a lot for me to get that way, but we were at Kohl's and there was some problem with a return we were doing because I was trying to buy pants for Mike, and you know, Dockers, I love you guys. Not that anybody from Dockers is going to watch this. But they make these like classic items that almost never change, I guess. But they have too many styles. It's too different. They don't differentiate enough. So when I try and buy Mike his standard issue pants for work that he just wants to wear until they're rotten and then get new ones, it's so difficult to just get what he wants, and we're always getting the wrong ones and blah, blah, blah. So that's what we did, and we were at Kohl's, and we were trying to do an exchange from an online order I did, because, you know, once a year I just buy him like 5 or 6 pairs of pants, and then he wears them until they rot or whatever. Or in this case, until he gets too skinny for him, because he's thinner than he was last time I bought him pants. But the young man at the service desk was having a hard time with our return because he scanned something wrong. And I was trying to just gently explain to him that I thought I could tell what was going on because there was 2 receipts. And there was a line building behind us. And he was confused, and it was taking, you know, at that point it had been like maybe 3 minutes. But this line was starting to form behind us, and this woman just like, you could just feel it brimming in her. She just couldn't take it anymore. She's like, "Are you gonna call anybody else up here to help us?" And he was like, "Yes, I am." And I pulled my like, my psychopath move on her, and I just like swiveled really slowly and was like, "I'm really sorry. This is taking so long." She's like, "Oh, it's not your fault." But it's like, what? Did that warrant that kind of reaction? Not whatsoever. It did not. People are the worst. But anyway, how did I even get onto that topic? I really don't feel like doing my makeup right now, but I'm trying to make a wild attempt to leave the house today without my daughter. Not without her, but have her be with Mike and go socialize for a little while before I have to put her down to bed. I wish I could say that I could just let Mike put her to bed, and I know that he wishes he could do that as well, but the truth is, we have such a routine, especially with breastfeeding, and I know that there are a lot of people who discourage women from, you know, just from their own personal experience. I understand they're just trying to help, but they try to discourage women from nursing to sleep, but we're just at that stage. That's just how things go. I am trying really hard to slowly wean her off of that, where, you know, we're definitely not at the stage where I can put her down while she's just drowsy. She has to be asleep. But if I nurse her and she falls asleep, sometimes I'll hold her for a little longer, just so that she didn't, I don't know, just so that the transition isn't directly from sleep to, or from nursing to, you know what I'm saying. I'm sure that there are better methods, but maybe that's what's just best for us, I guess. I don't know. I don't know why I feel so insecure about some of those choices I've made, because I know that there are things that other people have chosen to do, and that's just what's right for them. She does still sleep in a rock and play sleeper, you know, and sometimes that stresses me out, but it's the way that she gets good quality sleep and has the sleep she needs to go through the things she's going through, and that's how I get the sleep to do it as well, you know. I've said "you know" too many times. I've got to stop saying that. But I have noticed, I have to say, and I don't know if you guys could agree or if there was a different point in their development, but between the 9 and 10 month mark, like specifically in the last 2 weeks or so, she has been morphing into a completely different, she's turning into a person now. And I'm seeing how her brain works, and I'm seeing her do things, and I know every parent thinks their child is so smart. I know, and I'm not trying to make it sound like I think she's a genius. But I guess she surprises me, her abilities and the problem solving skills and just the way that she works things out and the things that she's learning without even necessarily being shown. It's just amazing to me, and it's a lot. It makes me emotional, but I'm so proud, and I'm just stunned. Every day I find myself just amazed by her and the little things that she does. And it's just so fun to watch her, but I can definitely tell it's taking a toll on her. And I read about that between 8 to 10 month leap, and how it's very rough on them when it comes to sleeping and their brains, and just how it's like if you have a big presentation at work, or if you have a big job interview or something that you're really anticipating and you're preparing for, and you're trying to, you know, have a lot of information stored for it, that sometimes leading up to it and even after the fact, it's hard, you have a hard time sleeping, and you have very active dreams, and you're dreaming about it, and it feels very stressful. Kind of like when I worked retail during the holiday season. I used to get so stressed, and I'd wake up with all the blankets on a different side of my bed because I would be like folding clothes in my sleep and moving them to the other side of the bed and feel like I never really rested. That kind of thing is happening now to her, I can tell, and it's harder to put her down. I mean, she's down for a nap right now, but yesterday it was really tough between her possibly not feeling well and also just whatever this is that she's experiencing. So she can tell the sensation of being put down when she's sleeping. She can tell when it's happening, and I can also tell she's not sleeping as deeply, but she still seems to sleep pretty good, and she still seems, her disposition is so great and everything. I don't know, I'm so lucky. I'm in such a great place. And I was at Babies R Us with Mike last week. We were exchanging something, and we were walking through looking at the clothes, and it was the first time in a long time, but I had a moment, and I was kind of welling up and just realizing that we're so fortunate. And it's like I can't even, my brain can't even process sadness appropriately anymore. It's like I have a hard time. It feels like such a distant memory because I feel so abundantly happy, and I'm hoping that will carry me through to her first birthday, because I feel like that's going to be hard on me, but I know that's hard on everybody. I don't know. So as far as other things that are going on, there isn't much. Let me see. I got a new car. My lease was up. I had a 3-year lease on a Scion XB, which I really loved, but they don't make them anymore. So, and I'll be honest, it lacked features. Whoa, what am I doing there? It lacked some features, but I liked it. I liked the size and shape of it. But because I'm not working and I don't plan to for a while, I felt bad spending more money on a vehicle. I think that's looking more severe because I'm facing the window on that side. But I didn't want to downgrade. I didn't want to get a smaller vehicle, especially now with a big convertible car seat and everything in there. So I know it might bother people that I contour my nose, especially because my nose isn't very big, but I feel like it makes such a difference. Except I overdo. You know, we have days where we overdo something. Let's just accept it and move on. I'm gonna have a Michael Jackson nose today, and that's just how it goes. I hope you guys can understand me in my gravelly. There was nothing there. I don't know if you guys saw my snap or my Insta story the other day. I think it was on Halloween, and I showed off my lack of voice. So this is a huge improvement. But anyway, we couldn't quite afford an SUV, and Mike had very specific things that he, like as a wish list, would have wanted to get for me and for Vera to drive her around. But I don't go anywhere. I don't go places. It's not that I don't go anywhere. I don't go far enough or travel nearly enough or have enough children, I don't know, to justify an upgrade. But I didn't want to get something smaller. So it just was very fortuitous that the Kia Soul EV, the all-electric Kia Soul, ended up being over $100 less, or no, about $100 less than our previous payment. Almost the exact same size vehicle, plus we'll save whatever we spend on gas, and it's significantly lower. It costs about the same amount as running a air conditioner or something a few months out of the year-wise, as far as an electrical bill costs. So we're saving a good amount of money, and it's not really a downgrade. It's super fancy. It has all these features that I'll probably never use. Oh my gosh. So that's exciting. And I don't know, I just feel so guilty. How do people get over that? When you had your own income and you spent a little freely, just because you did. Not that we didn't combine our money, but I felt much more comfortable with spending. You know, I'm really working on trying to get our debts down and our savings bulked up, which is harder with you know, one less income. But I just feel so guilty about everything all the time lately. If I have to buy myself nail polish remover at the store, and I'm like, ugh, do I really need it? And I try to avoid using it. No, that's a thing you need. It's like $3. Just buy it, Carisa. What the hell? So I do feel a little bit guilty about having a new car, even though my lease was up. I was gonna have to, you know, it would have been foolish, and it almost always is, which is something I've learned, like an insider thing I've learned from knowing someone in the business, that to buy out your vehicle at the end of the lease is super foolish most of the time, for so many reasons, which I won't bore you with the details. But so, you know, as much as I liked that car, I was paying more for fewer features, and would have put myself into an unnecessary chunk of debt on something that was slowly dying, you know. With a lease, a lease is like win-win almost all the time, unless you drive a lot of miles. So, but yeah, I still feel guilty about it, even though it's less money and all that stuff. I don't know. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? You know where I'm coming from? I remember one day, I'm not like a Starbucks girl. I don't have anything against it, but I just don't think it's that good to warrant paying more than like getting coffee at McDonald's or Dunkin' Donuts even. Or just making my own coffee at home, I guess. I don't know. And I don't drink that much. I have 2 like 10-ounce cups a day and nothing more than that. Even when I'm not breastfeeding, like I try to be careful about that. So I'm not one of those types. But if that's your indulgence, I get it. That's fine. But one day I did decide to go out and get myself a coffee, and I didn't even like it. I think it was Dunkin' Donuts. I didn't even like it, but I felt like I had to slug it down because I spent the money on it. The whole time I'm like, you stupid. But it's this small amount of money. But that's the kind of stuff that adds up, I think. That's the kind of stuff that is more detrimental than when you make a larger purchase. You know, you can at least, I think, justify. Like my skincare, I buy it so rarely, but it's Shiseido. It's a little pricey, but it's like the only thing that makes my face look and feel as good as it possibly can, you know? That's another thing I want to ask you guys. Do you think, I'm not looking for compliments here, so if you compliment me because of what I'm about to say, I will be mad. I will be mad. Don't. This is not what this is about. I'm not fishing for compliments. There is no pole in my hand, okay? But do you think that if I post these videos of me doing my makeup and I tag them with like mature face or, I don't know, things like that for older women? I'm not older, but I am also kind of, you know? And I have skin concerns and face concerns that I try and work on that older women can, you know? I know some of you are a little older than me. Is that fair or is that insulting? Like if you were searching for makeup tips for someone who has a mature face or whatever you would put in. And also tell me what you would put in the search bar. Like what do you search? Eye bags? I'm forever trying to work on those eye bags, but you know what I mean? Let me know if you think that that would bother you if my videos came up because of that, I guess. I'm uncomfortable now and I'm not going to talk about that anymore. So, what else? Oh man, you guys, I have not made much progress. I just don't feel like it. And I wouldn't be leaving the house today until like 6:45. But even though it's 11 a.m. now, I got to do this when I can, you know? Because her second nap might not happen, or her second nap might be a half hour. Or her second nap might be when I want a nap. So. But I don't think I've talked to you guys since Halloween. Halloween was a little bit of a bummer because my sister's kids were sick, so I couldn't really see them. And Vera was too young to do any trick-or-treating with them. And the weather was a little bit crummy. And I wasn't smart enough to think ahead of time to look up, you know, sometimes local businesses will have an indoor trick-or-treating thing where you can bring really little kids. And I wasn't feeling well, so it just didn't work out. But it's okay. We didn't really have plans. It was funny because I was kind of sad that I hadn't planned anything, but it's also not really that big a deal because she's young and it was a Tuesday, you know. But these are the firsts, you know, and we're making memories now to share with her later, you know, just because she won't remember them, it'll be important to us, I guess, at least to have experienced this with her, because it's for us too. It's for us just as much as it is for her, at least in these early stages. And then when she's older, it'll be more about her. But I felt guilty that I didn't have a costume or anything, but I didn't have anywhere to go. And then I was kind of glad I didn't have a costume, because what if I scared her between not having a voice and then not looking like myself? That might be a little bit off-putting. So, but she was a skunk. I wanted the unicorn costume. There was a unicorn costume at Babies R Us that I really liked. But I thought all the kids are going to be unicorns. Again, all the kids. What kids was she going to see? I thought maybe the unicorns are so popular these days. Maybe we'll go with something else. And I kind of let Mike pick it because he doesn't get to pick a lot of stuff. And I mean, it's not that he doesn't, but he just wants me to make the decisions on a lot of things. So he picked the skunk costume and it was cute, but it was so popular this year. So many kids were skunks this year, which surprised me with all the, you know, just all the other things. There was a narwhal costume at Target. How cute is that? A little unicorn horn, a little fuzzy, like plushy hooded suit thing. I didn't see any kids dressed as unicorns or narwhals. Everybody was anti-horn, I guess, but yeah. So what were you guys, and what were your little ones? I might have already seen on social media, but still. This is 22 minutes long, and I've only made it this far. But you know what? That's okay. I had a chance to chat with you guys, and I feel like I've really strained my vocal cords beyond what they were capable of already. So I'm gonna just turn this off now and play somebody else's video to entertain me while I'm very slowly putting a face on. That hopefully will still be with me by 7 p.m. and hang in there for a couple of hours. And no, I don't need to put makeup on, but it would just be nice, you know, to get dressed. And you guys know that I don't. If you watch my other channel with my little like mommy clips of Vera, which I get is probably boring to some people, but some people enjoy it. Some people are probably watching just to like see how filthy my house is, or be like, ew, she uses that brand of whatever. I don't know. Some people are probably watching for snarky reasons, but you can see that I don't feel the need to make myself up regularly because I always look like a scary red-faced monster. But I think that I've been working on the inflammation situation, and I think that the redness in my face has really improved. And the redness in my arms, because I have keratosis pilaris, the little chicken skin bumps, and they're a lot less red and inflamed feeling, and so has the rosacea in my face, I feel. So I've been working on that. Just with diet, I've been trying to add lemon juice to my water. Not my water, my electrolyte drink. I don't like lemon in water. And ginger and apple cider vinegar sometimes. But I'm not one of those like crazy apple cider vinegar diet types. I've been doing that for years now. Just a little bit, tablespoon a day. And I think it's been helping, so. But yeah, that's it for me for today, I think. I think I moved too slow, I talked too much, and I contoured my nose too much. You're welcome. I hope you enjoyed. And I hope I get to talk to you guys very soon. All right, bye. So you guys, I was almost done with my face and I realized I wanted to show you this. Okay, first of all, do you see this bag? I don't know if you've seen it on my Instagram, but this is by, so, okay, Meg from Smarty and Steve-O. Her grandma, her name's Heather. I love her. She came to visit with Meg and her sweet little boy Elliot in the summer. And I wish they were just a little bit closer and that Vera didn't hate the car so much so I could see them way more often. But she sent me this bag after Vera was born and it's amazing. It's like the best kind of purse ever. I've never loved a handbag more and it's so small compared to what I used to carry. But it's so easy because I just throw it on my wrist. I don't have to be balancing stuff and sliding off my shoulder and all that jazz. Anyway, I'll have her Instagram and Facebook things linked below so that you can check your stuff out. Anyway, I ordered this from, if you guys saw I did a live Instagram video recently talking about Good Morning America deals and steals. I'm obsessed. I did miss this week, and I think it was like good stuff. I think it was Oprah's favorite things. I don't know what it was, but I missed this week. But anyway, every week I check it out to see if there's anything I want to buy, especially for Christmas gifts. And the week before, there wasn't anything that I was really interested in for anybody else, but I really wanted to try this Smith & Cult lip gloss. And this one is Her Name Bubbles. I only bought one. It's normally $22, so I got it for $11. It still feels like a lot, but I just had a good feeling about this color in particular, and it's exactly what I was hoping it would be. It's perfection. Like, I don't think I'm going to need another lip gloss for a really long time because I love this so much. I can make it work with so many things. But funny story about it also, it came in this huge box. So I was like, maybe they sent samples with it or something, but it came in this giant box. So I showed Mike, I was like, all that's in here is a lip gloss. Can you believe that? And when I opened it, it was just this in there with some brown paper packing. But I left it out on the counter because I couldn't open it. It was too hard to untwist when I first got it. So I left it on the counter to remind myself to ask Mike to help me with it. And when he saw it, he's like, you've got to be kidding me. It was in that big box by itself and it showed up all smashed. I was like, no, honey, it's supposed to look like that. So anyway, this is just like this creamy peachy. I find that like peachier colors, I'm not drawn to them, but they flatter me more. They're more youthful. I really like mauves and, oh, there's a guy taking a lawnmower for a walk for some reason. Anyway, I find that, you know, mauves or nude shades or like taupish pinks, I love those, but they make me look a lot older than I am and they make my face look dead. So I have to try and go against what my instinct is. Look how beautiful this packaging is. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's so plush. It goes on so nice. But look at how this color. Okay, I have something on right now, but it's just this Wet n Wild. It's just like a, I don't even know what this is. Pout and Play. It's like a knockoff of the Baby Lips, I'm pretty sure. Anyway. Yeah, I have to put like way too much on. I put it on yesterday before I went to Taco Bell because that was a wild Friday for me. It's really pretty. I feel like it looks better in person. And of course, I have no idea what it smells like because when it showed up a couple days ago, I couldn't smell it. I still can barely smell, but I'm picking up a little something. Okay, that's me. Let's hope this holds up for the rest of the day. Before I go out, I might touch it up, but let's be honest, I probably won't. I'll put this back on, and that's about it. So, and I've been using the new, is this a new formula or just new packaging of the Urban Decay? I'm so out of touch, but I thought maybe there would be no payoff if I didn't show you what I at least finished it off as, so I decided to hop back on and show you this and show you that awesome bag. That's the star of the show here, really. I want to commission her to have like, it makes me all greedy, and I want to commission her to make me like 15 more in all different colors. But really, she also made me a raccoon one, which if I think of it, I'll add a picture here if I can. I might put this through an editor just so I can show it to you. Oh my gosh. Or no, I'll post it on Instagram because I should do that anyway. So if you follow my Instagram, you can look at it there. But anyway, yes. The best bag ever. I think she calls it a diaper clutch. Like maybe that you stick it in a diaper bag. So I'm so out of touch with these things that I don't even know. But yes, it's the best purse for mommies and for anybody. But when you got to lug a baby around who doesn't like strollers and doesn't use the infant car seat anymore, it's so great. Just throw it on your wrist. Oh, best thing ever. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. This has been too long. Also, P.S. I don't think this is that great. In case anybody was really excited about it, because the packaging is great and the marketing really gets you. I don't know. This new Urban Decay mascara. I just don't like these kind of brushes. I do like how black it is, and I put it over my Better Than Sex because this is the best volumizing mascara there is. Even better than L'Oreal Voluminous. I know, because that's only like $10, and this is 22, 23, 19, I don't remember. But nothing's as good as this ever. This is always the best one. But it's not that black. It's a little bit dull, color-wise. It doesn't have that pow, you know? But I'm allergic to whatever the pigment is in the Perversion. So, but this I can use, I guess. So, the end. Because otherwise we'll be here all day. But thanks for coming over and hanging out. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. And look who just woke up from her nap, huh? Oh, beautiful baby. I'm gonna wipe this lip gloss off so I can kiss this baby. Huh? So I can kiss this baby. Yeah. Okay.